Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shakira. If you are new, thank you so much for joining me today on my channel. So today I just have a winter slash my current foundation video to share with you guys. A few uploads ago I uploaded a how to get flawless foundation. I just talked to you guys through how to get flawless foundation, and then my other upload after that was I did my base before my face, and I just basically showed you guys the steps I do before I put on my foundation. So I thought, why not do like an updated foundation video to share with you guys how I put on my foundation and how I put on basically what comes after I put on my base, basically. Yes. I will also link the other videos either in the description box or in one of these areas up here. I will link how to get flawless foundation, and I will also link my base before my face video, so you guys can just click those if you guys are interested in watching those videos. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm a very fun-loving person who likes to sit alone in the apartment and record videos. So subscribe. Alright, so let's get started on this video. So it's kind of been a minute since I have filmed a video. Even though I try to upload once a week, sometimes when I only record once a week, like the other days, I just kind of forget how to talk to my camera and forget how to like interact with you guys. So if I seem kind of like weird and like out of breath and just almost like I don't know what I'm doing, that's kind of why. So I'm going to start off with primer, and right now I'm just going to use the e.l.f. primer. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, and I like to use primer in the cold season. I don't really go for like a completely mattifying primer in the winter time because I feel like it dries out my skin too much, so I go for like kind of like a cream silicone type texture primer. If you're watching this video and then you don't hear from me for the next few months, it's because I am taking a YouTube break, and I did a video on that as well, so I'll link it somewhere up here. I'll link it somewhere up here or somewhere down there. I don't know the directions yet. I'll link it. So I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup Foundation, and you guys have seen this on my channel before. I've used it in a couple of videos, and I also had the Kat Von D foundation, which now in the winter time I had to stop using because it was a little bit darker and, you know, just didn't really work for me. So I'm going to be using this foundation. I'm going to be using this BB cream. I'm going to mix those two together to kind of get a good shade for me right now, because my skin is kind of weird right now, and it's kind of in between, and it's kind of like all over the place right now. And I'm not really going for crazy coverage right now. I'm just going for, you know, like almost like everyday current foundation. So as of lately, I've been trying to figure out a new concealer that I could try to get, or I can try to work with. I've been using the LA Pro Girl concealer, but I got a sample of the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Foundation. I wanted to try it because I've been hearing a lot of things about you know, Tarte as of lately, and their new one, the Shape. I figured I would try that later on. You know, it's too hot right now, so I'm gonna try this concealer right now. It's a full coverage concealer, which I'm not really used to as of right now, but you know, I have been trying it off and on, and sometimes it's a little bit too heavy for me. I'm just kind of like a basic type of person, but I am in the process of looking for a concealer that I like and that works with me and all that stuff, and I have been using this one, so I just got a sample of this one, and that's what I've been using. So I'm gonna put some on just under my eye, just a tiny bit, because it is really full coverage. And sometimes if I want a little bit more coverage, but I don't want it to be too highlighted, I'll go in with the LA Pro Girl Concealer just to conceal a little bit more. So it's not as bright as the Tarte. It's just it'll give me a little bit highlight, because as you can see I have like little indents from my dark circles under there. So I'll just put a little bit there and just kind of focus on that area. And do you guys see this right here? You want to make sure you blend that out. That way there are no harsh lines, because you can clearly see where the concealer starts and it ends, and you don't want that. So you make sure you blend it all the way out. So I make sure the inner corners are blended out well. And then what I like to do is I just like to take the other end and then just bounce it around those parts. That way you don't have that harsh line. See? You don't have that harsh line anymore. Haha! So now I'm gonna do the other side. Alright, so now that that is done, we're going to go in to do some soft setting on our face. And I'm going to be using the Sacha Buttercup. I'm in the process of getting another setting powder, because sometimes the Sacha Buttercup is honestly just a little bit too much for me right now. So I'm in the process of trying to get another setting powder. So it might change. You know, once I come back from my YouTube break, I might be using something different. But right now, I'm still using the Anastasia. I'm still using the Sacha Buttercup to set under. And I don't really, you know, do the whole baking thing anymore. You know, I never really have. I just kind of put enough under there to set it so it doesn't crease, and then I just get rid of it basically. So I take some on my beauty blender and just set under my eyes. I usually get like a separation like right here, because I'm always like doing like this. So I usually set in here too, because there's like a line that always comes in there. So because I don't like under there to be too bright, I go in with my MAC Studio Fix, and you know, I will brush off whatever excess setting powder is under there, and then I would go into my MAC and set under there with the MAC so it's not too highlighted, and then I just set the rest of my face with it. Now usually what I would do is I would go into my eyes if need be, and then do the other part of my face a little bit later. But because I am also going to be filming another video, I'm going to save my eyes until that video. So I'm going to go straight into bronzer. I'm going to be using the NYX matte bronzer. This is the only bronzer I've been using in all my videos so far, and I'm just going to use it to bronze up my face a little bit, you know, put a little bit more life back into my face. I just like to bronze my forehead. Contour is not something I do all the time, only for like special occasions. So I really, you know, bronze my face, like bronze as if it's contour basically. My hair's like all over the place. I've hit pan on this bronzer. That's how much I use it. So and it in gives me a little bit of dimension in my cheeks and in my face. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I like that look. Oh yes I do. Alright, so now that I'm done bronzing, I usually contour my nose a little bit with my bronzer, give it a little bit of shape, because you know it kind of loses its shape in the makeup. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do blush. I'm gonna be using this blush right here. This is the Malibu Glitz. And I'm gonna be using this really pretty plum color blush. I love plum color blush because they look really good on my skin. Okay, I don't like how this blush is giving me like clown vibes. What I like to do when my blush is just like got away from me, I like to go back into my setting powder. So I'm going back into my MAC Studio Fix. Take some on a fluffy brush and I just kind of work it on my cheek and just kind of diffuse that color. So like, do you guys see the difference between this side? This one is like more blended in, more natural, more like, okay, it's there, but it's like, where does it start, where does it end? And this side is just like, okay, there's your blush. It's right there, like I could see it. So now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna highlight my face. I'm gonna be using something I got in my Ipsy Glam bag in, I think, January. It's the Naked Cosmetics eyeshadow pigment. I did a video on it. I'll link it somewhere down here or somewhere up here if you guys wanna see that video. Okay guys, so I'm all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is just my current, I guess you could say, winter foundation routine type video. I know spring is right around the corner, but I haven't done an updated foundation routine video in a long time, so I thought I would just share it with you guys today. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, share the video. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, you can hit the subscribe button, you know, just down below, or I will leave it on the screen somewhere. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, I will see you guys on my next upload, and have a good day. Bye.